All right, I have a challenge lock here. That is a real pain in the ass to open. It is named Chainsaw. It's by Prince. It's another chainsaw on the front. PP and pre-start required. You will need to do a pre-start, a JSEA, as you will, a job safety analysis. And on that sheet, you will write frustration. All right. Probably spent about 40 minutes on this thing, 2 different attempts. So this will be attempt 3. Okay, that's nice and solid. Room for our cam. So I found this Sparrows tensioner. It fits quite nicely up here. Doesn't seem to make any difference which direction you tension this thing. It sucks either way. So let's go this way. Start with the gem and just it's a little bit tapered right at the start. Just gotta like slide down under. Just get these things. Teeniest starter sets. There we go. There's that early false set. All right, then we'll gem. Now it's time to avoid pin 1. There it is. 4. Right, 2, 3. All right. Now that might be them set. Sneak down under. Try and get 6. Should be about. Assume that was got. Right, let's try sneaking down the back again. Doesn't feel like that's what's holding us up there. No, that's pin 1, that must be pin 2 then. No. And we're definitely not on that camera again. Oh, snap. Finally got this prick. Alright. Chainsaw. Because the lock makes you want to take a chainsaw to it. Alright. Good thing this Peterson fits. I don't think anything else is able to reach. It's got a slightly steeper angle than the SS Dev, so sometimes it helps. Alright. That didn't even take that long. That's good. Alright, so what does that make it? 50 minutes. Let's pick this. Got this thing. Alright, back cam off. Doesn't need a shim, which means we can just go like do it the right way, like so. All right, there's our bidding. No, why don't we is this going to be the client? Let's put that down. I wonder if we can just, yeah, that's just gonna, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty much how I remembered it. I mean, it was a fair bet with a bidding like this that your last pin was going to be super high, wasn't going to be low. That's going to have a low in front of it, so you can remember that much. Every time I lifted one ever, it seemed to just eventually hit a point where it would just sort of slide and stop. Same with this one. If you ever sort of touched it beyond that initial hit with the gem, then it would just sort of start sliding and nothing, mush, unrecoverable mush. And then these two seemed a bit difficult to set. Obviously some counter milling in there. Yeah, so what have we actually got? We've got, let's get to business. All right, so one, nothing. Yeah, nothing. One is an overset, so that makes sense. Two, we've got yep, up countervailing lip there. 3 is threaded. 4's countermilled. 5 is nothing. 6, deep countermilling there as well. All right, let's get these out. Keeping 1. Long keep in, lots of some serrations on it, but then you eventually just realize you've pushed it all the way up. A little flip on that one, a deeply serrated pin on 3, whoops, 4, 5. Oh, a very nice torpedo. Yep, felt like a torpedo. Very nice tapered tip on top to help ease you into that overset even further. And 6 little serrations. So all the key pins modded. Right, let's get into the drivers. That's where the real business is at always. 1. This one's an overset trap, so it's just a standard tapered pin. Spring. 2 is a Christmas tree, like an acid tree. 3 is, oh, okay. Let's be careful. 3 is a 2-part pin that came out like so. So like a pin and pin. Yep. Shorter one. 4 is another as a Christmas tree. Let's get the others from the back. Okay, so 6. Yep. 6, we've got this really thin, spooly, horrible thing with, looks like a master, yep, with a master wafer. Master wafer is just so the spring doesn't get entirely mangled. And yeah, a little, oh, very slightly serrated tapered pin. And the last spring. And of course, no Bible mods because it's kind of hard to do on these. Plus, it's engraved on every surface. So there's that lovely chainsaw again. Chainsaw on the front. January 2022. Prince. DF core. Very lightly attacked by a locksmith on the top, but not enough to be an issue. That doesn't go that way. And here's that close-up of those pins. So we've got a lovely key pin mod on this one and this one. That's a really nice looking torpedo. Lots of nice serrations generally. These 2 ASA style Christmas tree pins, which obviously interact with that milling really well. So 2-parter pin. These 2 overset traps and this lovely one at the back. Which is definitely a pain in the ass, and definitely most of the time I was just oversetting this, I'm certain. Switching to using this for the back pin, marked for the depth of where that would be in one of these, really did help a lot. So there we go. That is Prince's chainsaw.